Hello and good morning, Scorpios. Welcome to the channel. This is Jess with Awaken Healings. And I'm here to bring you a general update for the month of September. So happy birthday, beautiful Scorpios. Those who are celebrating this week and those who have previously celebrated. This is your birthday month. We are still in Scorpio season, so I'm sure you're going to be vibrating quite nicely with the energies that we are experiencing right now in the collective. There is lots going on, big changes, big transitions, and this weekend is going to have sort of a phoenix rising sensation or element associated with it, with the super new moon in Scorpio. That's going to be on Sunday the 15th. Today is Friday the 13th. Mars goes direct. Mars is a very action-oriented, motivated type planet. So many of us have been feeling stuck in a rut, maybe a bit stagnant over the past few weeks. Well, with Mars going direct, that's going to help push us forward into action. We'll be gaining momentum towards the end of the month as we enter Sagittarius season on the 22nd of November. And we will also have a lunar eclipse on the 30th over the 1st of So right around the end of the month, that's going to help catalyze a lot of the energy that's been building up. So we've been in a build-up period right now, a bit stagnant. Just as major timelines are closing down and collapsing, new ones are being drawn, new ones are being created. And what I've been getting overall is that pieces are falling into place, right? So please check out the portal energy that I did. I did two videos, one for men and then one specifically for flames. And I can't remember which one it was, but I was shown an image of puzzle pieces being tossed into the air. And the whole point that Spirit was trying to convey was let those puzzle pieces fall where they may. Don't try and manipulate, don't try and catch and grab. Just let the pieces fall where they may. And that's where we're at right now. It's just letting those pieces fall, because that's going to set the stage for the future. Set the stage for what's to come. So change is upon us. Big changes, beautiful changes. And sometimes change can be hard. But it's necessary. It's necessary for our spiritual growth and spiritual expansion. That's how we move forward. That's how we ascend. That's how we grow. That's how we experience life. That's how we're meant to experience life, is through change. So, it's going to get awesome. It's going to get amazing. And 2020 has been a massive year of change. It's been a very catalyzing year of change, good, bad, or indifferent. But neither one of us are the same person that we were in January of 2020. So we're getting close to the new year. We have about a month and a half left of me, and then we start one. So 20 has been a year, I feel like it's been a massive tower moment, and it's meant to have cleared the decks, reduce everything back down to the studs, the foundational studs, in order for us to rebuild again, rebuild something new, rebuild something stronger. And 20 is going to be the platform where we experience the fruit or the purpose or the whole point of this massive tower moment of 20. So without further ado, let's get started with your reading. I'm using the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck to kick us off, to get us some energy and some insight into what's happening in the month of for lovely Scorpios. So I pulled 3 cards, and we're starting off with abundance. Yeah, this is the 8 card. So abundance is coming in, and it's interesting that this one is titled the Hunter's Moon. So we just had a beautiful Hunter's full moon on, which was also a super blue moon as well. But abundance, it's time for us to look back and reflect on where we've been, where we are right now, and where we're going. And when you do that, you will find that you have a lot more to be grateful and thankful for than you realized. The universe has truly been abundant with us. It may not have felt like it as we go through some of the changes and the transitions, but the end result has always ended with abundance. And this could be an abundance of love, of relationships, of amazing family members, wisdom, new career opportunities, a new direction. But abundance is when you feel that when you feel like you have enough, or you feel like you have everything, and that you're good. You're just good with where you are, and with where you at, and with what you have. And it's when you can recognize that you've reached a point to where I have everything I need. Anything else that comes in above and beyond this is gravy. It's gifts, right? So I do get the sense, Scorpio, that there's a lot of abundance in your life, and it's divinely timed. And I feel like that's coming into fruition now, especially with the Fate card again, which to me suggests right now the month of February. So I feel like as you enter birth, things became fruitful for you. We have change, and I was talking about change, as I was doing the shuffle, and yeah, massive changes are upon us. This is 5 reduces state. So yeah, transformational changes, divinely guided changes, things that are meant for your highest good. But change is meant to be embraced. Change is how we grow. Change is how we clear the air and change the energy and keep life interesting. Some of it can be chaotic, as we're seeing, with like some of the lightning bolts. The lightning bolts to me sort of represent a bit of a tower characteristic from the tarot card. But with change, if it's forced, and if you're not ready for it, or if you're resisting, it's not going to feel very good. But if you understand that change is a natural process, and that it's something that's constant, and that it's something that's always there, it's easier to flow with the changes. And when you feel that certain individuals have run their course through their life, sometimes if you're not ready for it, it's going to feel pretty impactful. But if you recognize the signs and symbols, and if you're in tune with the relationship and the connection, and you can kind of start seeing sort of the indicators, you'll know when it's time for someone to exit. It just sort of makes that change a lot easier to accept. And they're exiting, but it's not always forever. It's just a bye for now, right? Until you are able to align with what it is that you are meant to align with. Because people come in for a reason in a season, right? People come in to teach us karmic lessons. They're there for our soul growth and our soul expansion. So when the relationship has run its course, and this can also be with family members, maybe you're really close with someone in your family, and then you kind of just drift apart because, life just sort of takes you in different directions, and then you just come back in, right? So think of change like that. It's just time for you to be on your own, because that situation or that relationship has ran its course. It was there for the reason, it was there for the season, and it's time for you to acknowledge the reason that it was there for. And what did you learn? How did you grow? How did you benefit from that lesson? And what wisdom are you going to carry forward with you as you continue your journey through life? Because all of us are here to have a unique individual experience as a human being. And really, the biggest thing that we're meant to experience here on Earth as human beings is love. All types of love. But many of us are in pursuit of true love, the real deal. Because as souls, as we go back to the spirit world after we transition from our human experience here on Earth, souls can't experience love like we can as human beings. It's a different situation there. So when souls reincarnate and come back to Earth to have a human experience, it's not taken lightly, because there's a lot of trials and tribulations that go along with being human, that go along with the human experience. And again, the whole purpose is to experience love of self, love of family, love of friendship, but ultimately true love with your beloved, right? So yeah, so when change happens, that's the whole point. It's part of our soul growth to help us ascend and to have a proper human experience, so to speak. And up next, we have boundaries. Yeah, I feel like, with boundaries, this is about being comfortable with putting yourself first, saying no when you really want to say yeah, when you really want to say no, and just sort of letting people know what's appropriate behavior with you and around you, not being afraid to speak up. And I know Scorpios don't have any problems with that. I know you all are very bold, and you can stand your ground. But boundaries is coming in, and I feel like with this change that's happening, new boundary lines must be drawn. So new energies coming in, new timelines are starting to solidify, and with that, you're just gonna have to draw like new lines in the sand, so to speak, as you work with this new energy. All right, so I'm gonna move these up, and I'm gonna go ahead and check in with the Tarot de la Nuit, and we're gonna pull some clarifiers on the cards that we're discussing today. So let's go ahead and pull for Scorpio, please, Spirit. What does Scorpio need to know right now for the highest good, for their highest good to navigate the month of November? For Scorpio, please, for Scorpio. They're making me work for your cards, Scorpio. Yep. But this is a very interesting time period right now, because we just had the portal on Wednesday. So we have Mars going direct today, and we have the super new moon on Sunday. So right now we are in an energy field of high power, strong energy, and anything you think or say has the opportunity to come into fruition through your manifestation energy, through your manifestation powers. So this is a perfect time to really get serious and to really come into clarity with what it is that you want for one. What do you want to do differently in one? I know right now we have pandemic fatigue, but we are going to be living with the pandemic through one. That's a given. So with that in mind, we will have a vaccine. It's going to take time for the immunity to catch on. But it's not going to stop us from living our lives. It's not. We're going to have to change. We're going to have to flow and be flexible and malleable with things that come our way. But again, you're still going to be able to find love. You're still going to be able to find happiness. You're still going to be able to apply and attract your dream job. It's going to get easier for us to start traveling once countries start vaccinating their people. So things are going to get easier towards the end of the year, after the summer months, okay? So sort of keep that in mind. But yeah, it's nothing is preventing you from your own personal happiness at all. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have. Okay, what is coming in from beautiful Scorpios? Oops, knock down Guardian Angel. Yeah, so we have Judgment. That is the D card, which reduces to 2. We have 2 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so we have 2 2s here, so choices, union. Yeah, and Judgment is coming in. This is the most religious card of the tarot deck. And I feel like it's time for you to forgive someone or to forgive yourself for things of the past. It's time to put the past in the past in order for you to move forward with abundance, to go with the flow, to create new karma for you. I feel like it's time for you to really get into alignment with what it is that you truly desire in this lifetime. I think what 20 has shown us is that life is temporary and that life is a gift, and it can be taken away from us in the moment of, in the blink of an eye, as we're seeing with certain COVID cases. So I think with that, our situation in 20 has been meant to serve as a wake-up call. And I feel like with the Judgment call, this is what's happening. There is an awakening taking place, and, it's meant to open our eyes and open our eyes at the soul level. It's time for you to sort of get serious about your mission and your purpose in life. And what I'm seeing here is I see a woman getting ready to enter a portal, right? To go through an archway with sunrise. I'm seeing a new day. I'm seeing the dawning of a new day. But where she is right now is very dark, you know, and I feel like it's very familiar. And I feel like she's taking a moment to stop and reflect and to sort of look back on the past. I don't know if you can see this. It's a little dark. Yeah. But she's taking a moment to stop and reflect and look back at where she's been, you know, and I feel like there's a bit of nostalgia associated with her. And she's just sort of taking a moment to say, perhaps express some words of gratitude for all the trials and tribulations and obstacles that have brought her to that point as she prepares to cross the threshold into a new life, into a new day. Yeah, this is quite profound, right? And I feel like maybe some of you are walking towards your beloved. Because we do have the Two of Cups coming in for you. Two of Cups is soulmate energy. Could also represent partnership in business, but partnership in love. This could be healing a relationship in, you know, with the family member. But it is clarifying the change card. The change is happening. I feel like maybe some of you have left a karmic situation in the past, and it may have been somewhat tumultuous. Maybe some of you divorced after years of being together. But I do get the sense that there is a realization associated with this Judgment card, that it's time for you to be truthful and honest with yourself and to go towards, or to go in a direction that's going to bring the changes and the opportunities that you seek in your life, Scorpio. And I do get the sense that love is an important factor here. True love is important to you. And I do feel that you are moving towards your Nine of Cups, towards your wish fulfillment, right? Because Nine of Cups is all about your hopes and dreams coming to fruition, moving towards that. You know, this comes after the Eight of Cups, where Eight of Cups is you're turning your back on things that no longer serve you, and you're walking down a path in search of your ninth cup. So this is the movement that we're seeing. You know, we're seeing Judgment. There's a realization. There's an awakening with this portal here that this lady is getting ready to enter. Central to your reading in your present column is Two of Cups, love, and Nine of Cups, moving towards fulfillment and happiness. All right. So let's keep going. Let's get some more for Scorpio, please. Let's get some more clarifiers. This is very interesting. And it's interesting because we started off with the Abundance card, you know, and I feel like Queen or the weekend have been a transitional point for you that brought about all this change. And I think change can come with clarity and truth, because the month of October was heavy Libran energy. Truth was being spoken, truths were being revealed, deceptions were being revealed. And right now we're still working with that energy, gaining clarity on the truths of certain situations. More truth is going to be revealed to us on Sunday with the new moon in Scorpio. Also towards the end of the month, we have lunar eclipse coming in. So yeah, I just get the sense that the next 2 weeks are going to be eye-opening. They're going to be clarifying. They're going to be healing. And they're going to be prompting you to move in the direction that you're meant to move in. So there'll be a bit of hesitation, which is interesting because we are seeing the lady hesitate to enter that portal. So I feel like right now, between now and the end of the month, that some of us are just sort of preparing to cross that threshold. Again, there's a bit of hesitation, but I think once the energy clears and once those puzzle pieces settle, you're going to feel much better about the direction that you're being guided to travel in. And right now you are being divinely guided. It may feel a bit uncomfortable. It definitely feel new, but that's okay. You know, new is a good thing. Uncomfortable is a good thing. That means we're being pushed out of our comfort zone. And we're not meant to stay in energy of familiarity, because that's what keeps us stuck and stagnant, and that prevents us from growing. You know, so it's time. It's time to move on, onward and upward, and it's time to experience new people, new opportunities, new challenges as well. So we have to take the yin and the yang, the good and the shadow, right? So we do need our challenges, because that's our lessons. That's going to be the lessons for the next soul cycle. All right. So what do we have? We have the Chariot, we have Five of Pentacles, and the Empress. Yes, so I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. This is forward movement. This is forward movement and flowing with your expansion. We are seeing expansion here with the Empress. She is an energy of, she's a creator. She's absolutely a creator. But over here we have the Chariot. This is forward movement. And it's interesting because it is clarifying the Judgment card, about to enter something new. And the Chariot is saying, yes, go forward, go through. You're being divinely guided. You know, with this moon energy, your intuition is very high right now, Scorpio. So you are definitely on the right path, and it's a path that's going to lead towards abundance, right? So we have these two sets of tarot clarifying the abundance card, clarifying the oracle card. And it's beautiful. We have, you know, we have the full moons in the back. It's an 11 card. To me, I'm getting, you know, divine energy. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now, Scorpio. Good, bad, or indifferent, you know, regarding the challenges and the opportunities and the situations that have brought you to this moment, you are where you were meant to be. And you are moving on the path that's going to lead towards your happiness, towards abundance. You just have to trust the process and flow with the changes that are happening. Because those changes, I'm saying, will definitely yield towards love, towards partnership, towards connection, towards commitment. We have the Five of Pentacles coming in to clarify the Two of Cups and the Change card. Five of Pentacles is you leaving situations behind, leaving people behind that no longer serve your highest good, or, you know, they were there for a reason and a season and their time is up in your life and it's time for them to move on. So that way they can continue to grow on their own individual path, just like you're doing so with yourself. But this is getting into alignment with you, your soul, and spirit. And I feel like this is making you taking action to move towards your beloved. And I think you know who that is. You know, some of you know who your beloved is if you're on the twin flame journey. Some of you, this could be new love coming in as well. And I feel like you're moving towards your truth, towards destiny. It's going to be very abundant. It's going to be very fruitful because the direction of the energy keeps going towards the Nine of Cups, clarified with the Empress. This is creative energy. This is happiness. This is abundance. So whatever you are manifesting for your life is going to be very, very happy, very loving, very prosperous. And you have the power to ask for anything that you desire in this life, Scorpio. Anything. Ask and you shall receive. All you have to do is get into alignment with it and be ready to receive the changes and the gifts that the universe is getting ready to bestow upon you. 21 is going to be an interesting year. 21 reduces to 5. 5 represents challenges, changes, right? So it may not be an easy year. It may be another year of growth. Remember, 20, it's a 4-year. It stabilized everything. It cleared the decks. It literally reduced us back down to our own individual studs, so to speak. Brought us back to basics. We were going in the direction, pre-pandemic, our lives were very hectic. We're going in the direction where we were living inauthentically, unawakened. We were living by someone else's standards put upon us, by someone else's timelines. We were workaholics. We were motivated by external appearances, external successes, even at the sacrifice of our own personal happiness and our own personal inner peace. But the pandemic caused us to slow way down, to literally stop, and it shook us up, it woke us up, it dismantled, in some cases, it dismantled our lives completely. And it was meant to do that, to wake us up. It was meant to do that, to bring us into alignment with our truth, with our happiness. Any of us are realizing that our lives pre-pandemic are not going to serve our highest good post-pandemic, right? So 21 is definitely that change year that's going to allow us to rebuild something that's authentic for ourselves, all right? And I do get the sense, Scorpio, that this is the stuff that's on your mind. This is big stuff. You know, it's not just like, oh my God, does he love me? Does he love me not? You know, there's that, but it's bigger than that for you right now, Scorpio, you know? And I do feel that with your intuitive powers and your psychic gifts, that you know that. And I think that you're using that to your benefit to co-create with spirit and with the divine and really create something beautiful and amazing for you. Something that's going to bring you true happiness down at the soul level. All right, so I'm just going to pull a last round of clarifiers to see what's coming in, and then we're going to go ahead and check in with several oracle cards. I'm debating if we should do the pure love oracle, because I'm not really seeing romance here. I mean, maybe. There is something new coming in, but I'm just not getting I'm not getting the vibe that this is a love reading. This is more about your life expansion. Love is in the air. Love is in, it's definitely part of your plan, but it's not the plan, is what I'm getting for you guys, Scorpio. So let me think about what oracles I want to pull for you guys. And while I'm shuffling, many of you are very intuitive, and it's imperative that you maintain good energetic hygiene, so to speak. So salt baths are really a great way to help cleanse and detoxify your aura. So if you're interested, I have recently opened up an Etsy shop that specializes in salt blends. They're all handcrafted by me, and these are the blends that I use for myself to cleanse my aura. As an energy worker, I do pick up energetic residue that gets stuck to my aura from time to time, and it makes me feel sluggish and tired. So if you're experiencing some of those symptoms where you just can't seem to clear your head, no matter how clean your diet is or how much sleep you're getting, there's just something that feels off. Usually a salt bath will help correct some of that. So check out my Etsy shop. It's also called Awaken Healings on Etsy, and I have various types of salt blends, different sizes, things that will help you maintain good spiritual, energetic hygiene, so to speak. All right. So let's see what is coming in for Scorpio. King of Wands reversed, 8 of Wands reversed. Ooh, and 8 of Pentacles reversed. For some reason, I was seeing triple 8s. We have 2 8s here. We have 2s up above. See the numerology. Yeah. Okay, well, 8s are all about transformation. So we have 8 8s and 2 2s there. If you add those together, there's a 10. So endings and beginnings, divinely guided, But yeah, so I feel like some of you are moving away from a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Because the King of Wands fell with the Chariot, I feel like the Chariot is just like moving away, saying, all right, thank you, fire sign, you were amazing, and we had a good run together, but it's now time for me to move forward in search of true love, move towards the 2 of Cups, right? So it's interesting, maybe I spoke too soon saying this was not a love reading, but there is an element of love and romance coming in here. Yeah, we have 8 of Wands in reverse, no communication. No communication between you and this fire sign. Yeah. I feel like, Scorpio, you cut this off. And they'd be trying to reach out, but right here, there is no communication. Because this 8 of Wands reverse is clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, leaving someone in the dark, leaving someone out in the cold, as you move towards your 2 of Cups. As 2 of Cups comes in, again, this could be someone new, someone you haven't met yet, someone unexpected, or you may have someone in mind that you're moving towards, and you're creating this change in your situation. Perhaps this fire sign was someone temporary, someone in between, a karmic lesson in between the time that you were in union with your twin or your soulmate. That's one situation that I'm getting, one scenario. Another scenario is that this is someone new coming in, and you're just clearing the decks, clearing the path, making space in your life to welcome in a new opportunity. So new love is coming in for you, Scorpio. All right. And we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Empress and clarifying the 9 of Cups. This is hard work. This is details, attention to detail. And when the 8 of Pentacles comes in, I feel like this is you doing you, focusing on your energy. I feel like, with the Empress together, that this is you working on your manifestations, getting clear with your intentions, harnessing that with the portal energy right now of the Mars going direct and the super new moon coming in on Sunday. So yeah, I do get the sense, Scorpio, that this is interesting, that you have taken the steps to move forward with a sense of purpose in your life, and it is creating big change. And again, this is another 8 card. So 8s are prominent. Perhaps in 8 days, 8 weeks, or 8 months, you start to see glimmers or indications of the changes that you're manifesting. 8 days will be signs and synchronicities from the universe. But 8 weeks, you'll start to see something tangible, right? And 8 weeks will take us to about, let me think about this, in 2 months. So this should be mid, you know? Yeah, then 8 months will take you in far into the new year. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so just for giggles, we will use this your love oracle just to see what's going on with this fire sign. Let's see what's going on. One more, please. One more for Scorpio. This would be for the feminine. So I'm pulling 2 cards for the masculine and 2 cards for the feminine. That's what I'm trying to do. Masculine messages popped out right away. Feminines, I feel like feminine is thinking. I feel like the feminine Scorpios have a lot on their minds right now. And I feel like there's just a lot of things that they're working through. Let's see, for the feminine, please. There we go. This is what I suspected. Interesting. Okay, so masculine to his feminine is saying, I see future with you, but I feel that you're moving further away. Yeah, so I get the sense, and like I said, that a Scorpio reversed a fire sign out of their lives, or is in the process of reversing a fire sign out of their lives. You know, and they're saying, hey, I feel you pulling away. I see future with you, but you're leaving, you're retracting, you're distancing yourself. And we are seeing that. And you're doing that because there's work that's going on, spiritual work, expansion work that's going on with Scorpios. I feel like, you know, the Scorpio females are the ones that are really just elevating this connection. And I think what I'm getting here is that there have been a Scorpio female with a fire sign that's trying to elevate the connection, maybe elevate it from a situationship to a relationship, you know, to add some tangibility and to give the relationship legs and depth and meaning. And, you know, I think it took you actually walking away from this fire sign to get them to realize, oh shit, you know, Scorpio's serious. I have something amazing with this Scorpio and I don't want to screw it up. So I feel like by you distancing yourself, you're also bringing in this masculine. I'm getting the sense it's a masculine fire sign. They're rising to meet you, is what I'm trying to say. So, feminine to her masculine, a bit of confusion. I am open to love. I am not open to love right now. This is interesting. Sounds like mixed messages, sounds like game playing, but I don't think that's what it is. I think you're open to the idea of love, right? True love. But you right now are not open to love, meaning I don't think you want a relationship right now for the time being, temporarily. This is temporary. I do get the sense, feminines, that you're doing you. Right? And I feel like you created the space to allow you time to think, to allow yourself time to clear your head, clear your heart, clear the decks, right? To think about what your definition of love is. Because this came in the reading and it's clarifying the change card. Something needs to change. And it's in the love department. And you know this. And you've walked away. You've made the decision to walk away and leave behind someone that could not love you the way that you need or want or deserve to be loved. So I get the sense, Scorpio, that you're not open to this guy's love, this fire sign, yet, unless they can prove that they can rise up and meet you where you're at and love you the way that you deserve to be loved, and the way that you want to be loved. But you've walked away. You've walked away, and I feel like this person is trying to reach out to you and say, look, I love you. I see a future with you. And you're like, that's great, just not right now, right? So I think that's what's happening with this love connection. Because you are working on your wish fulfillment. You are moving towards the energy of the Empress and the Nine of Cups. So this is what you're manifesting, and this is what you're setting up for yourself. And these are the boundaries that you're working on, right? I feel like these are the relationship boundaries that you're drawing, and it's, the situationship is no longer going to serve you. The in and out, the wishy-washiness, the false promises. You want commitment. You want someone who's serious, someone who's going to take you serious, take the relationship serious, and love you the way that you want to be loved. So these are the boundaries that you're drawing, and this is the future that you're manifesting. So if this fire sign wants to be a part of your future, they've got to step it up. They've got to step up their game. All right, so take it how it resonates. Again, the characters can always be interchanged. So let's go ahead and close this out with a Love Whispers Oracle and a Nature's Whispers. I feel like this is going a bit long, but it's your birthday. It's your birthday month, and there's just a lot happening here, Scorpio. So getting real about love, and we'll see. We'll see if the fire sign makes the cut or if you're going to move on to someone new. You have 2 cards that came out. And we'll go ahead and do the shuffle right now for the Nature's Whispers. So if you're interested in working with me in session and want to do some one-on-one healing, or you're having a one-on-one intuitive guidance session, check out our website, awakenhealings.org. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you've clicked the bell. For some reason, I'm losing subscribers, and I don't know why. I understand there's a weird bot going around YouTube unsubscribing people. It's happening a lot with a lot of the tarot readers, so please make sure you're subscribed. Make sure the bell is clicked. Please comment below and like this video. That helps increase the viewership to your fellow Scorpio friends. Okay? All right, so up first for your Love Whispers card. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to one another. That's interesting. Yeah, so I feel like this fire sign is definitely trying to put in the work with you, Scorpio. And I do feel that they see you as their person. And I feel like by you walking away and taking some time out apart from the connection is bringing this person closer. I feel like this person, your fire sign, has things to say. So maybe, spending some time together and letting this person open up and speak their feelings to you may help. And also, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose, right? And we are seeing that with the Nine of Cups over here and the Empress cards. So yeah, this is nice. I like that these oracles are coming in and just sort of clarifying the things that we've already discussed in your reading. And lastly, show your support. That's beautiful. Yeah, so I feel like show your support I feel like this is more towards you. Support yourself, but also maybe support the connection. If this fire sign is your person, is your soulmate, because remember, there's a couple scenarios we talked about. Some of you are on the twin flame journey and you know that this is your twin. So it's time to maybe show your support in allowing them to come back into your life to speak their truth, support the connection. There could also be someone new coming in. Maybe you're done and you're ready for something completely new and something different. What I'm getting here is, again, support yourself, but support your connection with spirit. Get grounded, spend time out in nature, but reconnect, rekindle your spiritual connection with your spirit team and source energy. So that's all I have for you, Scorpios. Happy birthday. I hope this resonated for any of you. Comment below, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Love you. Bye.